Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing, and now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose, or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Cousins to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Cook. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out right at the 35. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I gotta tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there. Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st down, Lawrence. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Mitchell will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Mitchell again. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry
I'm
first?
showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And his kick is good. Well, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lawrence. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They go play action. Cousins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down throw for Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sly able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's got room at the 30, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence, and able to haul it in is Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the foot. little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. On 2nd and 9, Cousins to the right side and complete to Jefferson. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw it is Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Here's Cousins. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs. That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now Lawrence. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here's Mitchell, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, He's going to get more chances as this game goes on, and I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Sam Sloman for the PAT.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our... Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taking it about the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
First man through, it's the fullback use check. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. First down, here's Mitchell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 49 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4, they can still get a first down without scoring. Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Shifts by him, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
12 more yards there and another first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
In motion goes the tight end.
Now Lawrence on first down. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now Lawrence. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Lawrence will throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask him...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throwing, Cousins.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On the counter, Mitchell.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Give running right is Mitchell.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After hitting the field goal, now Sloman handling the kickoff duties. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Another run with Mitchell.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.